certainly one of the most beautiful structures in the most historic city in the U.S. That's City Hall here in Philadelphia. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. So glad you could join us on this Saturday night. Hello, everyone. With Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from our Hall of Famer on the sideline, David Aldridge. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Love.
And he's struggling with his shot these days, and the analytics bear that out with the true shooting percentage heading down in these past 10 games. But guys, it wouldn't surprise me if that was a trend that he could reverse here tonight.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Kevin Love has dramatically improved his perimeter shooting over his career, but he said, "I've tried not to fall in love with it too much. Where I'm going to make my money is also rebounding. That's a stat I always look at because it can help a team win even when the shot's not falling." Kevin?
Great attitude. His work inside, a big part of it, DA. Thanks. Great rebounding teams tonight here, Chris. You averaged 13 rebounds a game one season. You had a lot of seasons like that, actually. What's the key to controlling the glass the right way?
You know what? It's just two things, desire and effort. You can go with the techniques of boxing out. You can go with the techniques of face guarding. You can communicate. You can do a lot of things. But when it comes down to it, a lot of times it's who just wants that ball more.
I love that. Desire and effort. That's a good answer. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Osman and Love are the forwards. Exum is out there with Sexton. And it's Henson in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the 76ers, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Now here's Simmons, coming off a stellar performance against Washington. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Exum. Out to the right wing. Here's Osman. And that comes off the assist by Exum.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Oh, man, these fans are pumped. I expect them to be loud tonight. Should be a great game.
Here's Richardson. Passes it to Harris. Horford trying to free himself up. Harris misses. And here are the Cavaliers. Last time they met in Cleveland.
I tell you, they were drawing a lot of iron from the perimeter. Couldn't get the threes to go down, and really the story of the game.
They kept chucking from distance, and ultimately it was their undoing. A disappointing result.
Now here's Simmons. Here's Embiid. And Henson pulls it down.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup.
Here's Osman. Pass to Love. And here's Exum. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Sexton. Off target from outside. It's tipped. Stolen by Henson. Love right side. The Cavaliers again can't hit. The 76ers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Here's Simmons. Feeds it to Horford. Can't hit from in close.
Not how you want to start the game. 4 straight misses. I'd like to see some better ball movement from them. I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
Now here's Simmons. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Pass to Horford. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Embiid. Over the last month, he has been spectacular, putting up about 18 points per, 15 rebounds, and almost 2.5 blocks. And he's such a presence for them inside.
No questions. He blocks shots, controls the glass, does everything asked of him and more.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man, Colin Sexton, already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these two players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards. reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
Outside, Simmons. Here's Exum. The basket good off the assist from Sexton.
Sexton has to just keep developing his court awareness. You want to see more passing from him.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Richardson outside. The pass to Simmons. They need this one. Here's Embiid. The Cavaliers pull it in.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Exum's shot is off.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Now here's Simmons after Dante Exum's miss. Inside, here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
And all that Embiid needs really is positioning inside. I mean, once he has it, you know he's dunking.
Now Sexton. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Shoots. Henson trying to break free. Wow, way off on that one.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
That ties the game.
You can't leave anyone uncovered around Simmons. I mean, he's fantastic at seeing when one of his guys is open.
Now, here's Exum. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Orlando.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. I mean, he kept everybody else in the loop. His passing was tremendous.
Outside, Simmons passes it to Richardson. Pass to Embiid from past the arc. The shot that time not on target. Cavaliers go the other way with it. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And it was one of those games where it was just hard to get anything going. And you could see frustrations emerge.
I mean, it's hard not to get discouraged on such an off night shooting the ball, but somehow they kept the intensity up. I mean, that was a really gutty win.
Here's Richardson following the score by Cleveland. And it's Osman with the rebound.
And he's got to do a better job making the D pay for their mistakes.
Count the basket. Exum's got his second bucket of the night.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Here's Simmons. After Dante Exum's bucket, Simmons finds Harris. They need this. Back to Simmons. To the inside. Harris, no good. The Cavaliers leading by 7. Pass to Love. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Sexton's shot is good.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. Selected with the 8th pick back in the 2018 draft, Colin Sexton, the main reward for the Cavs after the Kyrie Irving trade.
Sexton, wearing the same number 2 jersey as Irving, doesn't feel the need to measure up to expectations created by Kyrie. Cavs fans, though, hope he does. And a chance to check out the stats for Richardson. He's really stood out for them over the past month. 7th in free throw percentage, and his sweet shooting stroke places him in the top 15 league-wide in three-point percentage. You've got to play him tight.
And yeah, he's a true professional at the free throw line. It's a part of the game where he excels. You want him at the line for you in crunch time.
I mean, he certainly has the touch. For Horford, it's about getting his feet set and shooting the 3 with confidence.
Now, here's Sexton. Guarded by Simmons. Sexton the pass to Henson. Sexton kicks to Henson. Rebound by the 76ers.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Tries from 10. No good from Simmons. And so Sexton will bring it up for Cleveland. They lead by 7. And he banks in the layup. Sexton's got 5 points so far.
You know, not bashful about positioning himself inside. Sexton knows he has what it takes to score from there.
Richardson with it. 14 points from him the last game against the Wizards in Washington. He dishes it to Embiid. 6 on the shot clock. Harris outside. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Here's Exum, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Richardson.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
We often talk about problems between the players and fans. I'm sure there are some things that fans do, Chris, that players do appreciate.
Oh, yeah, Kev. And you know what we really appreciate? The good trash-talking fans.
Oh, really?
The clean trash-talking fans. Oh, Webber, you suck. You can't shoot. So what? You just dunked on the whole team. Like, don't stop in the first quarter, good fans. You know, keep going when I'm giving it to you all game long. So you love that. You love the crowds, too, that don't need to be hyped up by a PA guy. You love the ones that are just so sincere. When they see that kissing camera come on, they go crazy, or they're just cheering for both teams and great play, though they want their teams to win. And you love, again, the creative heckler, the one that had to think about it the day before, like the ones that comes in with the sign and it's a picture of you crying or look like you're crying with words under like, hey, you didn't get asked to prom today, or the face on Chris after he missed the shot. You love that because it is a great relationship. Don't be fooled, and you know this, Kevin. It's a great relationship between players and the fans, and we need those fans to heckle us, because when you heckle the best players, you usually get their best game.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Cavaliers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
That's good from Exum.
Yeah, Kevin, and think about this. The Sixers last season took the Raptors to 7 games in the Eastern semis. That buzzer-beating series-ending fall-away jumper 4 times bouncing on the rim by Kawhi. Philly hoping to go further this time.
Trey Burke's checked in for the 76ers. Exum hits them both. And for the Sixers, 2 consecutive seasons, Chris, getting knocked out in the 2nd round. How do they get over the hump?
Well, Kevin, first you want to start with health. And then after, can you guys stay healthy? How about the chemistry? The East is wide open. They have the talent to beat anybody.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
The 76ers trail by 14. And here is Burke. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Shot to stop the run. And it's Zizic with the rebound.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And the foul on Mike Scott. That is his first foul of the game. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for the Cavaliers. Here's Dellavedova. He had 10 points in the win against Orlando. Shot clock at 6. And Nance kicks to Garland. And stolen by Burke. And here we go. Fast break. Burke's got it. Shoots over Garland. Shot is good off the back rim and in. The Cavaliers leading by 12. Nance, right side. The dish now to Garland. Shoots over Burke. That one misses. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Harris dishes to Scott. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
You got to do more than that to keep the ball out of his hands down low.
Oh, they must ramp up the effort level, the intensity level. They're making it too easy for him out there.
Now, here's Garland. 11 points for him in that last game against Orlando.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Burke. Kicks it to Harris. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 19-7 run. Garland the pass to Nance. Harris against Porter. There's the pass to Garland. And it's off from three-point range. The 76ers trail by 12. 1:57 left to play in the first quarter. Harris against Porter. Harris kicks to Burke. 4 on the clock. Fires the three. Nailed from three-point land. Burke's got 5.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Garland. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And that one's good by Porter.
I mean, what is there to say about that finish other than wow?
And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for the 76ers. They trail by 11. On the wing, Harris. Guarded by Porter. Harris passes to Scott. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Here's Dellavedova down low. Harris against Porter. Nance outside. Passes to Zizic. 5 on the clock. Here's Porter. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And coming into this season, questions about whether the Sixers could retain their star players. Well, Greg, they shuffled the decks, but they still have great talent.
Swapping in Al Horford for Jimmy Butler, Josh Richardson for J.J. Redick. The Sixers still in the mix to come out of the East.
And he knocks down the first one. Jonah Bolden's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. And Porter drops them both. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Scott. Here's Thibault. Puts up a 3. And it's Zizic with the rebound. Zizic has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
It's stolen by Harris, and the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That's his first foul. Now Harris. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Wizards in Washington.
I mean, and you look at his free throw numbers. I mean, this shows you how much pressure he put on the defense.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. And we'll be back with you shortly. Al Horford was born in the Dominican Republic, and he talked about why he gravitated towards basketball instead of baseball.
coming from the place where, baseball is what's driven to us every time. I mean, I started playing baseball. I didn't play basketball. I started playing baseball, and, just watching my dad play basketball, I just fell in love with the game. But people were still telling me, they're like, nobody makes it out of here, usually out of basketball. I mean, your dad was a very rare case, and, I just believed in it.
Yep, wanted to follow in his father's footsteps.
And what a career. College championships at Florida, an all-star in the NBA. I think he made the right choice.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And looking at what we've seen, Cavaliers pretty much in control here, it would appear.
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Yeah, GA, great balance of efficiency and intensity, which is why they hold the early lead.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. They've got Garland, Zizic out there with Larry Nance. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova, and it's Porter, and at the small forward position. That free throw good from Dellavedova. Chris, we talk about perimeter scoring becoming more prevalent. The biggest shift coming from bigs shooting more threes.
Yeah, they are now counted upon to space the floor, and the better you can shoot, the better you can space the floor. And then more importantly, if you can knock down that three, you become a triple threat, because now you can shoot there, maybe you can dribble and get by, or because of your height, you see different passing lanes, and you can be a better passer, getting your teammates involved, and they like that spacing as well.
Now here's Burke. He kicks it to Scott. Harris against Porter. That's good from Harris on the assist by Scott. Harris has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, throughout Harris's career, he has worked on building up his body, putting that added strength to good use on these tough finishes.
Outside Porter. Here's Zizic. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. It's stolen by Nance.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Burke kicks to Harris. Launches it. The shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now with that basket.
We've seen an improvement in this aspect of Harris's game. I mean, his ability to stretch the floor with his shooting, nice.
Pass to Nance. Now here's Garland. Not a lot of room to the middle. The steal. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Burke, the pass to Thibault. And the pass to Harris. Shoots a fader. Porter pulls it in.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper.
Unable to get that one. Now the 76ers take it the other way. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Cleveland leading by 10. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And he uses the glass on the layup. Porter's got 6.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
And it's Burke with the ball for the 76ers. And the 76ers call time here. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, the crowd didn't seem to faze them at all. They knew what their game plan was and followed it accordingly.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. John Henson's checked in for Ante Zizic. Love comes in for Nance. Jetty Osman, he's checked in for Porter. And it's Colin Sexton in for Garland. Now here is Harris. 7 points in the game. Simmons passes to Richardson. Horford with it. Picked up by Love. Offensive rebound. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Wow, it's all about the fun-loving personality of Embiid, because it's just awesome. I mean, this guy likes to have fun on and off the court.
And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect him.
And the first one drops.
Well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world, and a personality made for stardom.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. You talk about Embiid's personality, whether it's on the court or through social media. Greg, he's not shy speaking his mind.
One of the best trash talkers in the league. He doesn't hold back, but it's never personal. He's embracing the spirit of competition.
The 76ers trail by 12. Simmons looking it over. Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers, and I think it makes sense for both sides, and he fits nicely next to Embiid.
And he makes the first. There's one of the most versatile scorers in the game, Tobias Harris. He had some great teachers, too, including Hall of Famer George the Iceman Gervin.
Yeah, well, check this out, Kevin. His father was Gervin's agent late in his career. I mean, from age 10, Tobias got to train at Gervin's facility every summer. And they still work out to this day. That's a real one. Harris learning from a great how to get buckets.
When you're a championship contender, Chris, what are the aspects, the characteristics of an offense that is needed to get to that level?
You have to be balanced. You just can't be an inside team that can't shoot threes. You can't be a team that just shoot threes. You have to have guys that can dribble, that can get their own shot. You need guys that can catch and be standstill shooters as well, so that when you have the guys that dribble and get that space, their hands are ready and they're already ready. They're already prepared to shoot. And then it'd be really nice to have a post player, a dominant inside finisher, a guy that once he gets it in the painted area, everyone's going to have to watch out because he's going to dunk on him and make a poster.
And there's the call on Jetty Osman. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the 76ers with possession. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Simmons.
I like that defense that time from him. He's solid at keeping his ground and not letting his man get the best of him.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. And Greg, Al Horford over the summer opting out of a contract with Boston the final year with the Celtics. A bit of a surprise to fans.
You know, Horford said he wanted to test free agency. Talks between him and Boston abruptly ended. Was wooed by several teams, but ultimately signed on with the Sixers.
Free throw good, Horford.
As great as he is offensively, Kevin, Al Horford is even better on defense. Not a volume shot blocker or rebounder, but he's strong, agile, and always in the right place.
Now, here's Sexton. He has 5. Here's Osman. Passes it to Dellavedova. Just 5 to shoot. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. And Chris, at the defensive end, so much of it is communication and positioning.
Yeah, offense is trying to force rotations and force mistakes. Horford doesn't take plays off, and his recognition is a step ahead.
And Simmons kicks to Embiid, pulls up, and a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Love's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Dellavedova up and in on the layup. And now it's an 8-point Cleveland lead.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
76ers have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. Harris looking it over. Cavaliers with the rebound. Henson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Dellavedova finds Sexton. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. And it's 7 points for Colin Sexton. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. Cleveland leading by 8. Now here is Dellavedova. 8 points for him. Love outside. Over Richardson. And it's Love missing. It's deflected and stolen by Love. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Horford. For Cleveland, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. And the first one at the line is good.
Oh, finally he's getting himself to the line. He's gotten much more aggressive as the game is going on.
And both free throws good for Dellavedova.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Knocks it loose and stolen by Sexton. And Sexton slams it in.
And the quick active hands of Sexton on display, creating the turnover there, just jump-starting the fast break.
The 76ers trail by 12.
Yo, check Simmons.
Simmons dishes to Harris. Richardson with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. 6 to shoot. And here's Harris from the arc. Love grabs the board. Love's got 5 rebounds tonight. Sexton with it. Simmons is there. And stolen by Harris. Lays it in off the breakaway. Harris has got 16 points.
Taking things into his own hands. He's been a beast this quarter.
Now, here's Sexton, guarded by Horford. No one near Henson as he lets it go. Nice open look, but it's no good. Harris passes to Horford. Good, and Harris gets the assist. Horford's got it back down to single digits for the 76ers.
Oh, this is the range Horford has. I mean, early on, this wasn't the case. Now you have to take them seriously.
And here is Dellavedova. He's got 10. Fires for three. And it's Love missing. Philadelphia's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Richardson, no luck. Cleveland leading by 7. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And John Henson with the slam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. And Simmons kicks to Harris. And it's Osman with the rebound. Cavaliers have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter, a nice efficient 50%. Dellavedova, the pass to Love. The shot comes out. Good work defensively by Horford. With the G League growing by leaps and bounds, one is now being brought to Mexico City, Chris.
I mean, first of all, let's go back to last season. Did you see how crazy those fans were in Jurassic Park in Toronto?
Yeah, they love it.
Can you imagine Mexico? Oh, my
They'll love
God.
it.
This
You
would
better
be
believe
great.
it.
Mexico City, yeah. Let's bring everyone in, all the fans in. And what I really love is that it's for the home fan base. So when I think of the Toronto Raptors, I think about the city of Toronto. I think about Canada and how it's theirs. And even though we're one league, that team is theirs, and they take that pride on, and it just brings so much more excitement. Can you imagine all the people in Mexico City being excited for their team? Oh, I want to be at one of the first games when that happens because I know the crowd is going to be sick. It's going to be crazy. I want to be there.
The 76ers making a switch here. O'Quinn's checked in. Cleveland also making some changes. Larry Nance has checked in for Love. Porter comes in for Jetty Osman. And it's Exum in for Matthew Dellavedova.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Now, here's Sexton. His last outing with 20 points. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. The Cavaliers have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. That's good from Exum. Mike Scott's checked in for the 76ers. And Cleveland also making a change. Zizic has checked in for John Henson. Exum hits them both. And so here is Philadelphia. 9-point game. Richardson kicks to Simmons. And the layup's good off the glass. Simmons got his first bucket in this one.
Terrific at penetrating inside. The mobility Simmons possesses at his size, amazing.
Now, here's Sexton. D right on him. Pass to Porter. Pass to Zizic. Now Nance. His first shot coming late. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and gotten the perfect position to alter the shot.
Now, here's Scott. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Embiid, no good off the back of the rim. The Cavaliers leading by 7. To the paint. Nifty move. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well. The 76ers #1.
Just a terrific job over this stretch of forcing turnovers and capitalizing. They'd love to continue that trend.
That one is off. And Cleveland making a change here. Garland's checked in. So he comes up empty, missing both. The 76ers trail by 7. Outside, Scott. Here's Bolden. Kept alive. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And they haven't worked it inside as much as they did earlier in the game. Now that they have the lead, they don't seem as determined to pound it down low.
The 76ers have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively. And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Now Garland, the pass to Porter. Tries yet again. Here's Nance. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. To the inside. Shot clock at 5. To the wing right side. Exum.
And in this quarter, they just haven't had the success from beyond the arc that they began the game with.
From outside the arc. Thibault can't get it to go. Cleveland leading by 4. Here's Garland. Simmons against Nance. Outside Porter. Misses and the dry spell continues. And now Philadelphia on the break. Here's Thibault. Well, good with the triple. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so. Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Philadelphia's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. To the left side wing. Here's Bolden, covered by Nance. Here's Simmons. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
Oh, the physicality of Simmons on display, showing some fight and fearlessness with plays like this.
Garland kicks to Exum. Nance dishes to Exum. Goes up on the block. The shot misses. It'll count. And no good. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Cavaliers lead by 4. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Cleveland did not hesitate to set the pace. Their mission to dominate early was accomplished with a spirited 14-4 run to start. By the end of quarter 1, they were way out on top, leading by 13. Momentum shifted quite a bit during the second quarter, as did their scoring, but they still hold a 4-point lead at the break. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight, not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
Well, I thought the one bright spot was the effort on the glass. Several times when momentum was sliding, getting a timely rebound really lifted. Strong work on the glass is key because that's how you string together a series of big stops.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We've seen a tremendous game from Harris.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
Yeah, Greg, this game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. The Cavaliers leading by 4, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the 76ers. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for the Cavaliers, they're shooting 43% from the field. Here's Sexton. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Sexton's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Cavs. The 76ers shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks.
Well, the young bull, Colin Sexton, getting a lot of playing time in his rookie season. Allowed him to play through his mistakes, and that's what you hope for coming in.
Now, you don't see that very often. A wide open three is usually like a layup for him.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And John Henson with the slam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And even as the Cavaliers lagged at the very bottom of the standings, Greg, Sexton publicly described the season as fun. Would that bother you as a veteran?
Losing seasons, they suck. I mean, no other way to put it. I think he cares about winning, but keeping that positivity is probably the best approach.
And here is Simmons following Colin Sexton's three. Simmons passes to Harris. Shoots over Henson. Can they get it? Count that one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut to just 9 on the basket from Harris.
They needed that one. Maybe they'll get it going after 4 straight misses to start the half.
Pass to Love. It doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Horford. Richardson left side. Outside, Simmons. Pass to Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 5 assists in the game.
What amazing strength. Look, I love how Embiid fights his way through whatever the defense throws his way.
Now, here's Exum. 11 points in the game. Love against Horford. Just 5 on the clock. Love kicks to Osman. Puts it up. And it's Love missing.
And he'll be happy that they're in front. He knows better than anyone else that he's still without a bucket, and he won't be happy with it. Oh, even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
Now, here's Exum. Richardson cover. And it's sent back by Horford.
Oh, you can't be careless around Horford. Throw up a weak shot around him, he'll send it back.
Harris's shot is off. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Here's Sexton. He's got 14. And it's Love missing. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Here's Simmons. Here's Richardson. And the layup falls. Richardson's got 6 points.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish you.
Exum deciding where to go with it. And it's Love, top of the key. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
You got to give him credit for his confidence. I mean, he hasn't hit a single shot this quarter, but he still keeps firing.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, now that's how you mount a comeback. They're not all the way back, but they're getting close.
Now, here's Exum. He's got 11. And stolen by Simmons. Lays it up and banks it in. Simmons got the lead up to 1 now for the 76ers.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can at times be unstoppable.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Burks has checked in. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Cleveland. Pass to Love. To the middle. Here's Sexton. Can they get it? He can't get that one to fall. And the 76ers go the other way with it. And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. Not much he can't do.
Kevin, a football metaphor is appropriate. Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football, and the physicality and quick thinking of that sport really reflected in his style of play.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Osman, the pass to Love. He feeds it to Dellavedova. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Dellavedova's got 12 in the game.
And with that basket right there, it brings an end to that 12-0 run by Philadelphia.
Burke dishes to Embiid, and he gets the bucket.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Sexton. He's got 14. The pass to Dellavedova. Passes to Osman. And stolen by Horford. Now here's Burke. Tight defense on him. Kicks to Simmons. Shoots from the baseline, and he overshot that one, missing. The Cavaliers trailing. Here's Sexton. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And we've seen stars, Chris, get suspended in the playoffs for having 7 technical. Should we modify that rule at all, do you think?
I think it can be tweaked if everyone agrees on it. But for me personally, I don't think that we've had enough superstar players get suspended with that rule to say let's change the number. We definitely want superstar players to play in the playoffs, to play for their fans. But we also want to keep the integrity of the game. And if technicals means I get to yell at the referee more, well, then maybe I just have to have more discipline on my end and say, wait a minute, I can't do this because it's going to hurt the team. So I'm not sure about that yet.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, and checking out some stats here for Ben Simmons. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. He's averaging 20 points, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
The first one falls. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Al Horford. And Embiid drops them both.
Oh, he's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, it frees him up to be as aggressive as he wants in the post.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, I like the chess match that's going on here. Each team trying to find and exploit the favorable matchup on the floor.
Still a ways to go between now and the three-point contest, but it's always fun to talk about it. Let's see who has the best shot to earn a spot in this year's event.
And maybe this list changes between now and All-Star Weekend, but I don't think anybody would be disappointed if it stays exactly the same as it is right now.
Look at Richardson. He's going to need to leapfrog quite a few great shooters if he's going to be a part of the three-point festivities on All-Star Weekend, but, you know, maybe he can do it.
I mean, anything's possible, especially if he has a few big games from beyond the arc before All-Star Weekend. That'd give him a nice bump in the voting.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase this year. Some incredible shooters, that's for certain. We'll keep you updated as we find out more.
Yeah, I think we're in for a real treat. I think the increased importance of the three-point shot in today's game has really shined a light on the talent, precision, and really the wow factor of how these guys can drill the long ball.
Well, maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but Josh Richardson has been a big source of offense, and Brady's done it for a while now.
A bit of a specialist, but Richardson has no problem putting up and making threes.
First free throw is good, so it's both teams making substitutions here. And Richardson drops them both. The Cavaliers have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Pass to Nance. Out to the wing. Here's Garland. He doesn't hit that one. Good work defensively by Richardson.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. And now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do on the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. And the first one drops. And the 76ers with some changes. Jonah Bolden's checked in for Embiid, and it's Scott in for Josh Richardson. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And it's Burke with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. Trailing by 2. Tipped away. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Here's Thibault. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to O'Quinn. To the wing on the left. Burke with the bounce pass. It's deflected, and they'll keep possession. And they get it back. Bolden, the 15-footer, good. Now, here's Garland. Down low, here's Sexton. Got a piece of it. Tries it from the top of the key. Burke can't get it to go. Cavaliers leading. Porter looking it over. Oh, Nance in position. Stolen by O'Quinn. And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That's his first foul. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for the 76ers. Philadelphia's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. That's tipped. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And stolen by Simmons. Looking to get back on track here. Here's Bolden. For the tie. No good. That would have tied it. Well, the Cavaliers shooting right around 41% from the field in quarter 3. Here's Garland, and it's blocked by O'Quinn, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons. Dante Exum, he's checked in for Porter. And stolen by Simmons. 3-on-3. Here's Scott. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got assist number 8 now on the night. The Cavaliers shooting about 42% so far. Now here's Exum, defended by Scott. Exum with it. 11 points in the game. Here's Sexton, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
Free throw good, Sexton.
And that's one of those guys who just tends to live at the line. Sexton's working hard to improve his consistency there.
He hits both from the stripe.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And Simmons kicks to Scott. Right side Simmons. Misses from short range. Sexton deciding where to go with it. 1:16 left in the third quarter. Here's Simmons. The shot from the low post is good. Simmons got the game tied up here for the 76ers.
And you see how comfortable Simmons is. I mean, he has the size and touch to be effective down there.
Exum passes to Sexton. And here is Garland. 6 on the shot clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And another miss by Cleveland.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And Dante Exum picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And Philadelphia making a change here. Harris is checked in. There's 37 seconds left in the third. 76ers moving the ball around. Here's Thibault, and it's blocked. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. And Sexton slams it in.
It's clear that Sexton loves getting out in transition. He has a strong sense for how to capitalize.
76ers trailing. Now Harris. He's got 18. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range, that one doesn't drop. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Cavaliers ahead. They lead by 2. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, we've got Nance. Garland is out there with Exum. Then there's Colin Sexton. And it's Zizic in at the 5 down low. Sexton with it. Scott's there. Sexton dishes to Garland. Back to Sexton. It's hauled in by the 76ers. O'Quinn's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And that one's good. Thibault. Here's Exum. The pass to Zizic. Back to Exum. Lets it go with the 3. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. It's stolen by Nance. Passes it to Zizic. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's got 11 rebounds in the game. Harris misses. Cleveland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Exum. He kicks to Garland. Here's Zizic. The feed to Nance. Shot clock at 3. Shoots over Scott. Nance, no good. A chance here to retake the lead.
You can see the intensity on display here these last few minutes.
And so it's Exum with it. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Pass to Zizic. Over O'Quinn. The shot's good from Zizic. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Timeout called the 76ers. It's been quite a game for Colin Sexton.
He's running wild. They had to call a timeout just to take away at least some of his momentum.
Henson checked in for Cleveland. Osman comes in for Colin Sexton. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Brett Brown talking with his team. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open 3, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
He's getting hotter the deeper we get into this game. I mean, he didn't give him much of anything in the first half.
Now, here's Garland. Guarded by Simmons. And it's Osman missing. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Horford. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Garland, the pass to Osman. Yes! And the foul. That one on Harris.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Now here's Simmons. Kicks to Harris. Free throw line jump shot. The Cavaliers pull it in. Henson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Exum passes to Nance. Some solid defense from Harris.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. The good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
He misses the free throw.
Well, it's clear Simmons is a unique player. I mean, 6'10", a guard, can pass the ball, move the ball, great vision. It's a no-brainer that he's been compared to Magic Johnson and LeBron.
And he's good on the second.
Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
Now, here's Garland. Guarded by Simmons. Exum passes to Nance. And the jam by Larry Nance.
I tell you what, Nance plays with a force every night. Explosive, tough, fearless.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Outside, Simmons. Richardson with it. Just 3 to shoot. Harris outside. Another miss by Philadelphia.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's falling here since.
Here's Garland. And Simmons with the rebound.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
And here's what the Cleveland Cavaliers schedule looks like. On Monday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics. And then on Wednesday, they'll tip off a homestand starting with the Houston Rockets.
And for their matchup with the Bucks, you know they're going to be amped up for that one. And they'll need to be. That's going to be one tough game for that group.
And he knocks down the first one. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. The Cavaliers leading by 3. And here's Exum. Now the pass to Osman. Back to Exum. Over Richardson. Exum's shot is off.
His touch has been off tonight, and now his judgment is off too. I mean, come on. It's not a smart shot.
Richardson with it. Now defended by Exum. Now Richardson. A floater. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Now, here's Garland. Guarded by Simmons. Now here's Henson. Passes it to Nance. Henson trying to break free. No good on the shot. Some solid defense from Harris.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
And the shot goes in from Embiid.
He's made the most of the halftime break. He shook off the problems he had in the first half, and he started to settle in.
Now, here's Garland. He's guarded closely. Exum with it. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
And that one misses. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Cleveland. Good on the second free throw.
And this team will make you pay when they get chances at the free throw line. It's helped them pull ahead here today.
And Simmons kicks to Richardson. To tie it up. And Henson sends it back. They get it back. And stolen by Horford. Outside, Simmons. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
I mean, you look at the all-around game of Harris. He's even been good from the free throw line.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Love's checked in. Embiid finds Horford. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. That puts them in the lead. Harris has got the lead up to 2 now for the 76ers.
And lost his first 3 of the second half after nailing 2 in the first. They don't want to let this fella get going.
Now here's Exum. Richardson cover. For 3, Love. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Exum's got his 8th assist here tonight.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game. But you can see why after that sequence.
Harris. Nice work on the boards. Paying off at the basket. Harris has got 24 points.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And the Cavaliers call time here. Nice game, great performance by Harris.
Now, he's been a force inside. If they don't commit more bodies down low, he's going to keep destroying them in the paint.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Tobias Harris.
Plain and simple, his scoring is what made him our pick tonight. Even when the D's given him all their attention, they just have not been able to contain him. If they backed off him for 1 second, he made them pay.
The Cavaliers making a switch here. Sexton's checked in. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Over in the corner, Osman. Back to Sexton. Dishes to Exum. Inside, here's Love. And it's sent back by Horford. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. The 76ers leading. Outside, Simmons. Here's Harris. Back to Simmons. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got 8 rebounds in this game. To the paint. Here's Exum. Count the basket and the foul. That one on Richardson.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
And that one misses. 76ers trailing. Simmons on the wing. Lays it up off the glass. Simmons got 11 in the 2nd half.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Pass to Exum. Here is Love. Richardson covering. And Love gets it to go.
Well, he's shown great patience tonight. I mean, he went through a scoreless first half, but didn't get down on himself. I mean, now he's got it going.
Now here's Simmons. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
How about this turnaround? He played a fringe role in the first half, and now he's the man for them.
That's good from Simmons. Well, Cleveland shooting only 35% in the 4th quarter. The offense looking a little rickety. Here's Henson. He can't get that one. Good D by Embiid. Richardson the pass to Harris. Count it. Now it's a 4-point Philadelphia lead.
Wow, and slowly but surely, Harris is learning what it takes to become a leader. When this team needs him to step up, he has no issue dominating crucial possessions.
Now here's Henson. Back to Sexton. Pass to Exum. Clock at 6. To the middle. Here's Henson, and it's sent back by Horford. And he can't get the first one.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Here's Exum. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Richardson. That's good from Exum. And so he makes both from the line. And Simmons has got the ball here for Philadelphia. The lead is 2. The pass to Embiid. Back to Simmons. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Is on Colin Sexton.
Awesome at cutting inside. The quick feet of Simmons are hard to keep up with on the drive.
And Simmons drops them both. The Cavaliers trail by 4. And here's Sexton. Shot from 12. And Henson with the bucket on the assist by Sexton. Sexton's got 5 assists tonight. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. And stolen by Sexton. Passes it to Osman. And they pick up 2. Osman's got it all tied up now for Cleveland.
Oh, great flow to that possession. 2 players totally in sync with each other.
Here's Simmons. 1:52 left to play in the final quarter. Down low, here's Embiid. And no good that time. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Exum passes to Love. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Horford.
And Love works his tail off down low, which is why he's able to pick up these type of fouls inside.
Drops the first one, and that gives them the lead.
Love's been a reliable, durable player for a long time in this league, a contributor year in and out.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 2-point ball game.
Now that's big free throws from a player they depend on in those situations.
Outside, Simmons. It's tipped. Stolen by Henson. Now, here's Sexton. He's covered closely. And that one is good. 18 points for Dante Exum.
And that's an area that Sexton must keep working on. The more he passes, the better his team looks.
Simmons on the wing. Defended by Sexton. And Simmons kicks to Harris. Hands it from downtown. Harris has got a pair of threes here in the 4th quarter for Philadelphia.
He wants the ball. They want him to have the ball. And as usual, he comes through in the clutch.
Love inside. Guarded by Horford. Love, no good. Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
They get the rebound. Here's Harris. Got it!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Here is Love. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. Fades and shoots. It's in!
Oh, Kevin, there's no fear in the eyes of Love. He's used to feeling pressure as well as scoring in the clutch.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They're trailing by 1. There's 21 seconds left in the 4th. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
Yeah, down by 1. You'd expect them to go for 2 here unless they get something wide open on the perimeter.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Simmons passes to Embiid with the fadeaway. Can't cash in.
Turns an easy jump shot into a tough one by going to the fadeaway. I mean, look what happened.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
It's the first, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
And it's going to come down to a 3-point attempt. I mean, what a huge moment to come through at the line.
Timeout called, the 76ers. They trail by 3. 5 seconds left in the game. Guys, what's your take?
And with this much time, they should be able to draw up a play and get themselves a decent look from the 3-point line. Still, the D is going to be waiting for it in a contested 3. Never an easy shot.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
Oh, you got to just have a sense of calm at the line. He has it here, and he just put the game to bed.
And so it's Cleveland winning this one. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Dante Exum. Dante, still a young guy in this league. What do you want to focus on with your development?
You know, I think it's just staying in the defensive end. You know, sometimes in the heat of the play, you kind of lose sight of it, and it's just about staying in there and just helping your teammates out. So,
a very young guy on a very good team. Thank you, Dante. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.